welcome back to The Ultimate Starter. My name is Diablo, and today, I think we can go to step 3, because we've kind of finished step 2 all in one go last time, which is kind of nice. But, point of order, I have, finally, made the blueprints. I've cleaned up, by the way. As you can see, there's nothing, well, everything's still here, but I've cleaned it up. My blueprints are now all nice in books. The Ultimate Starter, this you've seen before, only, you know, then it was out here instead of in a book. And the individual pieces, not all of them yet, but the individual pieces, most of them are here. I got some rail books. I showed you that last time. I've got some loose threads that I still need to look at. But the Ultimate Starter book has now been made available. Oh, yes. So, there is a new Discord... let me rephrase that. There's a new Twitch command. It is BP... Starter? Damn, what was it again? I can't remember. BP something. BP link. That is it. BP link. There's a blueprint book link. And you can follow that. Thank you, Mr. Abascotti. And you can follow that and download this blueprint book with all the steps in here. It is specifically labeled as not finished. A link to Great British Petroleum. Yes, you can get free oil there. I wish I had an endorsement by BP. That would be nice. They have lots of money. Anyway, it is specifically labeled as not finished because, well, we're not finished. But all the steps are there. I'm not guaranteeing all the steps are perfectly. It will never be finished. How low, how little faith you have, sir. Hey, Mr. Apparently Potatoes, hello. But all of these are available through that link. I've not yet put it in the Discord. I will do so after this. I will and have added the links also to the YouTube description, where you can also find it. You are Dutch. Surely you want an endorsement by Shell. Shell moved to England, so it's all the same. They moved offices, so it's officially no longer a Dutch company, Mr. Abascotti. But yes, I would surely take bags full of money from Shell as well. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But yes, that is the start. That is how I wanted to start today. I have made them available. Now, what are we going to do today? Well, like I said, we want to get to step 3, because most of it's already been done. Now, as you can see, it's still a little bit thin, but remember, we have no beacons in here just yet, and no modules in here just yet. So, although we are fully stuffing this side with iron ore and this side with copper ore, it can only go so fast with just the machines that are there, which is, well, about what you see here. We have not yet completely, one is getting there, completely saturated steel just yet, so that's eating a lot, an entire belt, in fact. We have not, and probably will not for a little while, saturate gear wheels because, well, obviously we're using them a lot to make belts and stuff. Green is actually going well. Again, same story with green chips because we are not having we don't have beacons. We do not have the maximum amount that we can take out of this, right? Obviously. That can be better and faster. This side has saturated completely, so it'll only be... Oh, and this is already saturating all the way to here. So yeah, this will saturate as well. And then anything else gets pushed through. Not that we really need it, because if we look, iron is just stuffed here. Copper is stuffed. Everything else is stuffed. Stone, sorry, stone is being used a lot, so that's still running. And we don't have that much stone, because we don't have a stone train yet. We only have these, what is it, 8, 9, 10, 11 miners mining stone. So it took a while for this to actually back up all the way. So now all that's being mined is being put onto one belt and being utilized for, well, what is this? Black science, and I think purple as well. Yes, and for purple as well. So there is, oh, look at that. Look at that, so pretty. Everything's stuffed. Yeah, the only things that are not yet completely although okay. Low density structures apparently are also completely stuffed. Wait, why isn't this here, and why are we side loading only one side? Because technically we only need the one side. Yeah, technically we only need the one side. So that's fine. Blue chips are not as fast because we are not getting as much green through as, well, green and red obviously are lacking because we haven't built out that much red yet. And like I said, green is not working optimally yet. But don't let that fool you. This will do everything you want it to do at this stage of the build. I know it looks empty, I know it looks thin, but it is in fact doing precisely what it needs to do with the amount that it needs to be doing it with. As evidenced by research being done in yellow science and black science is not being used, so that's a little bit fake, but whatever. As evidenced by science being done, right? This is not built to optimize everything right now. It is built to optimize later on. So you will have intermediary steps where you get, well, this green not being saturated. It can happen. Mr. Ixerd Azurus, I'm probably saying that wrong, says, hello. Well, I say hello to you, sir. How are you today? He says, love how clean you are. Thank you, sir. That is very, very nice of you. Do you have a YouTube series? Yes, I do. I have many of them, actually. Thank you, Mr. Abascotti. There you go. Channel linked. So, there we go. That is that. Ooh, am I too loud today? I'm gonna put the mic a little bit further away. So that's blue and low density structures. We can see blue and low density structures already starting to back. Well, low density structures were already back to pull away. Blue are starting to get there. It's gonna take a while, right? Again, also these have no modules, no beacons, so these are going to be slow, and we have little stuff coming in, so it is what it is. That's fine. That's fine. Just played 24-hour Factorio. Haven't slept. Well, that's Factorio for you. Just addicting. I know. I know. We've all been there, indeed. Yeah, that's that. This is doing just fine. I mean, everything's stuffed. We are just only making belts now because the rest has all been done. How many do we have right now? Oh, we're working on the second box already. So there's 4K in here. This decider combinator decides after 4K that this box needs no more belts, so it starts on the second one. And this has about 600 and 705 in there now, 600, 710. Normal, yeah. Sorry. So we have lots of this. I still need to clean up or fill in this water. I have no freaking clue. Teleport, teleport, teleport. How much dirt we have right now? Ooh, 1.1k. 111. Now that I like. Those are the numbers that I really enjoy. 111. Let's see how far we get, shall we? Oh, that can be a little bit bigger, yes. Let's see how far we get. So we can fill this in. So once we do place another blueprint down, we can utilize or use all that space and not have dirt or water in the way. So probably not going to have enough with just 1,000. That's unlikely to fill every... Yeah, there you go. There you go. So we need... I'm going to call that 200. Yeah, we need about 200 more to fill that in. Maybe 3. And then we can place this blueprint down again if and when needed. I don't think we actually need to place the first one down again because the third one... Is it the third one? Yeah, the third one and fourth... yes, and fourth one also place all of this down. So, although, let me check one thing. Did I include power in this? I probably must have. Yeah. Okay, so that's all going to take care of itself. That's fine. That's fine. So, where were we? Well, as I said, we were going to go to step... I don't need that one. It's already been taken out. We were going to go to step 3 because we have just done step 2 and we are going to go to step 3. But, however, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at if everything's functioning the way it is. This obviously still needs a ton of miners to get our copper up and running. But at the same time, if we look down here, we are absolutely, completely stuffed with copper ore from our mine up here. So I'm not going to worry about it. What is this? Stone, which is not entirely finished. Meh. Sure, why not? We've got oil coming in. I'm happy to see that. This one, yeah, there's a few miners that can be taken out. But nothing really special. This train station is stuffed, so that's good. We've got coal here, which is a little bit thin. I'd prefer to have another coal station somewhere if I could. And this train station for iron is also completely stuffed. Is there any coal? Well, there's a large patch up here. So we could make some tracks there. Yeah, you know what? This seems like a nice area to have a train station area, right? For multiple things. And we might find more around it. Obviously, somewhere around here we want to have another train station area for all the copper, iron, oil, and stone that we see right there. Alright. Outpost will be done on Sunday with the slave labor. You are right, because I think I will go to VUL on Sunday again, multiplayer Sunday again, because we are now getting to the size where that is making sense again. Where are you getting power from? Well, we've got these 3 blocks up here. Well, okay, I say 3, it's actually 12 separate power blocks. And let's have a look. Yeah, we are clearly doing fine. But before we are... I mean, I'm always going for nuclear power. But before we get to nuclear power, research-wise and build-wise, I will need about 5 of these blocks. So 2 more, which is actually a good question. Where are we going to build those? Perhaps here. Because I don't see any resources that we might need. Wait, did I not remove this wall section here? Yeah, I did not. Okay, hold on. Bloop. You don't need to grab that. And I saw a little one on the other side. Yes, there it is. Okay, those were outside of the outside of the radar area, so that's why they did not get deleted. But we've got another giant lake here, so we can make 2 more blocks of power there if and when we need it. Yeah, I think that's the smartest thing to do. It's nice and close by. I could even just, you know, push on over with some roboports and have it be auto-built. We'll see, we'll see. What's the blinking blue train alert on the bar mean? It means that we are not sufficiently providing the LTN system with with enough trains and or material to fill these stations. And that could be anything. That could be the fluids, because we only have the one oil train right here, right? And it's loading slowly. So if that takes too long, it will generate an error. The LTN system at the moment, I have not... I mean, I love the LTN system. It's perfect. It does what it needs to do. But I haven't given it too much thought. On purpose, by the way, because, I'm not actually... I haven't planned on continuing this map. I mean, we could... If anyone has a good idea from once the starter is done, where we can go from there and what our goal should be, I'm all ears. This is like a new save. What do you mean new save? Sorry, what do you mean, Sir Azurus? This is like a new save. I do not understand. Anyway, let us place number 3, because there's a lot going on in number 3. What is going on in number 3? Well, we get extra... I'll open it up a little bit. We get extra steel production. We get extra... this is interesting. Okay. So there's a few things going on, and I need to explain what. So we get a little bit of extra steel production. That's not very special. However... we are getting some beacons, speed beacons, around our gear wheels, so we can have faster gear wheels. Now, I hear you say we don't A, have beacons, and B, we don't have modules. Well, if you look down here, we go from nothing, from 0 to hero quite fast, because we are adding a lot of stuff here. For instance, arms and level 3 assemblers, but also, yes, beacons. Well, if we're making beacons, we might as well make some modules. So here is the first strip that is going to be making speed modules. Plus, we get nuclear power. So, you know, we'll see how much power we actually need to get this going, but I believe the beacons add so much power that I need the 2 extra blocks like I talked about before. Anyway, so yes, we are getting beacons, we are getting modules, so we can add those to here. We are also expanding upon our red production, so we can get a lot more of that going. Then in between this 3rd and 4th step, because I'll show you the 4th step as well, which adds a bunch of beacons to the smelting area, to the steel area, to different areas where we need it, green chips for instance. And we add productivity modules and some other stuff as well that we need. Between step 3 and 4, we shall be updating some belts by hand. We shall be placing some beacons by hand, making sure that things keep up. I found it quite difficult to... Now, let me rephrase that. If I were to do that with blueprints, I'd get so many iterative blueprints that it didn't make sense anymore. It would just be stupid. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have like 25 blueprints to iterate through all the little steps and just do those things by hand, because that's just... It's not that difficult, and with a little bit of logical thinking, you'll understand. And you can just see what's happening, right? If you look at the iron smelting and see it's not good enough, speed it up a little bit. All right, now we've got enough iron. Poop, now we don't have enough copper. Speed that up a little bit. All right, that's all fine. Red is too fast. Well, we need more, or is too slow. So we need more green because we don't have enough green input. Increase that a little bit. And so on and so on. Until we get to a point where we can just, we have a balance again, then we can put in step 4. But I'll show you all of that. Entire sleeve, says lol. That's how 100% speed runs are done. Are going to be done in the near future. Whole book of upgradable blueprints. Probably. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it relatively simple. Now, as you can see, step 3 does take nearly 20,000 blue belts to complete. Yes, there is an alternate version where there's only where I have it in yellow. This one. Again, I'm gonna say this out loud so everyone cannot deny that they've not heard this. There's undergrounds in this that assume they are blue because I've just, transitioned from blue to yellow. That will not work because the underground steps are too big, are more than 4 apart. So keep that in mind. This is not the recommended way to build it, but I've heard people say, "Oh, I want to build everything in yellow." Here you go. You've got a yellow one. All right, that's it. Enough chatter and nonsense and stuff. Let us place down our third step. The third step, I usually aim for the mall. But you can get, if you look at the where the red expansion is, just at the top left right now, you see the input belts for plastic and green. Those are at the bottom left of that area. If you just push them into the other belts that are already there, boop, boop, everything should line up. I usually use the mole for this because that's just a nice little 4 square pegs of power blocks that you can use. Anything you use is fine, right? So we click that in, we wait a little bit, there it goes. Lots of things need to get removed, so that'll happen automatically. What do you think about absolute grid alignment for something like this? I hate it. But that's a personal preference. I kind of... The reason I hate it is because I don't know how to work with it. I want to be able to precisely place stuff where I want to place stuff. And I get that with overlaying stuff on other stuff, having it snap to grid is good. Because, you can't miss, quote unquote. But maybe it's just me, right? It's probably just me. It's just a misunderstanding on my part. Probably, I don't care. I don't work with grid alignments for anything, for that matter, because I want to place it where I want to place it. And again, I get that with overlaying stuff like this could be useful. I've always just done it this way. So, right. So we're getting extra steel. Oh, look at that. They're going already. Hopefully, at some point, we'll get some speed beacons around there. Now, that's going to take a little while. We are preparing some extra belts already for the extra green that's going to come in. And we are getting an extra belt of... low-density structures that is eventually going to go to our white science setup, but that's really far off. Absolute alignment is nice sometimes with things that tile together. Yes, I understand. Right. Well, whilst they are building, I'm assuming all 1,000 robots are flying already. Mining productivity is at 42%, which is very nice. This is a very slow research, so I'm happy that that's actually going, because this just allows us to use our patches for a longer time, which means I have to do less, which is good. However, in order to prepare for the next step, quote unquote, oh, by the way, before I forget to say, somewhere the research for yellow science and low density structures and blue chips got done. And obviously I replaced step 2 again to make sure that, you know, things like this, I can't show you that. Things like these machines get the yellow science recipe set. Things like the blue chips and the low density structures get their recipe set and can actually do something, right? But that I've done in between. In between. I have no idea what I was trying to say. Cool. Right. We want to do other research because, well, we are getting to that point where we want to maybe start thinking about our rockets, but also our personal stuff, like the portable fusion and the... Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. The personal RoboPort, because that's just nice to have. Plus, that if we go to step 4, we will also need productivity modules to be researched. Otherwise, well, we won't be able to... Well, we will be able to place stuff down, but it won't have the recipe inside of it, and we don't like that. So, once we have this mining productivity done, I'm going to say, because this takes, number 4 takes white, so we can't do that anymore. I'm going to say we're going to go for, what are we going to go for first? Because white science and therefore rocket fuel are going to take a very long time to actually, before they are actually needed. I know what I was thinking about. I know what I want. I want to get to the logistics system because I am going to be placing down or replacing a lot of yellow belts with blue belts in a very short period of time, which means we're going to get a lot of belts going into that one storage box that we have. So I want logistic bots to deliver those yellow belts to be recycled. Nuclear. Nuclear is a good one too. Yes. But first. Anyway, that one and that one. And nuclear is a really good one, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me. So we're going to go with that, and that. And we'll see afterwards if we, things like this still need, yeah, okay. Oh, and then, okay. So nuclear power, and then we can process the nuclear waste. After that, we'll go for power armor and all the personal stuff. But let's research this first, okay? Well, it's going to take a little while before mining productivity is done. Whilst they are doing this, and remember, we have 1,000 robots, so this won't empty out that fast, right? Because we've got like 2,000, 5,000, 6,000 belts in here. With 6,000 belts, it takes every single robot 6 trips up and down. That's going to take a little while. Not that much, but still it's going to take a little while. Plus, after that, we still have, what, 12,000 left? I mean, we're still producing, so that's not a problem. By the time that they've emptied these boxes, we will have produced another 4,000. So it keeps it going quite a while. But my point is, this will not empty out instantly, so you don't have to worry about that. Meanwhile, what are we going to do? Well, there's a few things that I'm anxious for. I want level 3 machines. I want beacons, of course. Arms in great numbers would be nice as well. Let's have a look over here. Oh, that's kind of okay. All right. Well, we're missing a little bit over here. That's not terrible just yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna focus on. Where am I? I need to go here. I think I want to focus on this a little bit. 127. 127 wood, dirt. is not going to be enough to close that gap, but it might be enough to close this little bit right here. Oh, it is, definitely. Perfect. Oh my. Oh my. That's a lot. Alright, so we can finish this entire area. That's actually very nice. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to replace number 3 here, so that we have that finished. Zoom out a little bit. Make sure I line that up. Click that down. And look at that. Yeah. Everything's perfect now. Everything's perfect now. Ooh. This leaves me with an opportunity to steal water right here. Because all of these lines are the same length. So these two go in. Well, look the same as this. And then something gets pooped out, right? And we do that here again. Which means, if we look at this as an example, there's actually nothing here. So we can utilize... Well, I should point to this. And then we can utilize this water to feed... well, the nuclear stuff that we haven't got yet. Now, in my blueprint, I've pushed it all the way to the bus lane, if that's what you want to call it. Where you might want to, you know, push that in, or the lane you want to use, because that's still free. But I don't need this if we're gonna get it from right there. So I'm gonna take these out. I'm probably gonna take these out as well, and we're just gonna cross over right here and push that water in there, because why not, right? Why not? This turned out really, really, really awesome. I'm very happy that we have this water left over here. That was completely by accident, because I was planning to fill everything in. So, very happy with that. Okay, well, you can see slowly but surely we get lots of belts placed. I'm happy for that. Question now is... Oh, you can see it spickled everywhere. Very nice. Question now is... Do I need more stuff? I mean, stone has been literally backed up all the way. So that's not being used that often. This is my bad. Okay. Hold on. I replaced the blueprint, so I kind of have some junk in there. That's fine. That's fine. We'll go like this. I don't really mind. We'll go like this. That's also fine. This one, I guess we can go like this and push that on through, so we don't miss that lane. Not we're really missing that lane, but whatever. But did we finish this already? Yeah. Have we got a full train here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we don't need to even worry about that. Now, what I did do is I went and went through all the blueprints and did all the little changes that we wrote down over the past couple of episodes. So I've turned on, in the blueprint, mind you, turned on all of these individual stations. Oops, I misclicked. There we go. This is probably still off. There you go. Now we're getting some stone in there. Let me turn those on right here now anyway, because I realize that it doesn't really matter if they're turned on or not. With a normal train station, I would want them to be turned off, because, well, in the past I've used train stations as blueprints for anything, but if I have an active constant combinator in there, it's instantly set to whatever it is set to. So I prefer to have these turned off, so I can change this signal first and then turn it on. But for this, these are set and will well, maybe not never change, but not likely to be changing, so I can just turn them on. I'll do that for the other side as well. Like I said, I've already updated this in the blueprint itself, so it should be alright when you place this down. Hello, there we go. And yes, I'm not making constant combinators. Oh, this was already on. In any of the malls, because I think it's ridiculous to do so. But if you want to have some, please do not hesitate to build those yourself. I'm sure you can manage. Obviously, I want this to be faster. Yes? Makes sense. But if you look closely, we are already requesting 1 speed and 1 productivity module per smelter. Seeing as we don't actually have that being produced just yet, because, well, the belts haven't even been placed down yet, it's going to take a little while for this to run its course, so to speak. Yeah, there you go. It's going well, by the way. There's lots of things placed. What's our number now? Ooh, this is nearly done. And, well, this has not been taken anything from... that's not unexpected. They are now taking the undergrounds as well, so that means we are focusing more on building undergrounds than we are building belts. But that's fine. That's fine. Eventually that will saturate. That will saturate again. And we will go back to building belts. That is just fine. All of the splitters have already apparently been placed. How much lubricant do we still have? We got lots and lots of lubricant. So I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, all of these gear wheels are now being stolen by the undergrounds, which is fine. How many undergrounds were there in the blueprint? There were 1,500. I think we had about 150. So yeah, it's going to take a little while before that is done. Yeah, it is what it is. And once we get our beacons, we can start placing those too. I think I can speed this up. What is our power like right now? Yeah, I'm not even worried about that just yet. You appear to have too many bots waiting to recharge near the mall. I've thought about this, Mr. Abiscotti, about adding more roboports, that's the word, to this area so that we can have lots of robots charging at the same time. But lots of robots charging at the same time does not change anything because it will make them fly faster. Well, but that's not true. They won't fly faster. They will be able to fly out faster because they will have more chance to recharge and therefore have less wait time here. But what that ultimately and only realizes is that these boxes empty out faster and then none of the robots are doing anything because they won't have any stuff to place down. So speeding that up ultimately did not change anything. It takes as long as it takes. You have to wait until everything is built, and that it really does not matter if the robots are doing that very fast or not. And in the end, this is only a one-time quote-unquote problem because once everything is built, well, everything's built. So the robots won't need that many charging points, if ever at all. So I didn't want to clutter everything with multiple roboports everywhere just so that I can have the robots be charging a little bit faster, just to run into the problem that the boxes are now empty and they can't actually do anything, so they just sit there. So I'm not entirely worried about, as long as I see like swarms of robots still flying all over the place. Because remember, we do have lots and lots of roboports all down the center here, all up and down this area right here on the left side and on the right side. So there are lots and lots of roboports everywhere. And as long as I see robots flying up and down, I'm okay with a few just getting stuck here. That is just fine. by me. Yeah, there you go. Power was not a problem at the moment. Oh, we can see this blue one now. See, no train to transport items found in depots. That's because all the trains have been utilized already. So that's, that's why those blue alarms are there. I think I'm going to speed things up a little bit and put it to 5x. Mr. Scrooge Diablo does not want to feed his worker robots. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because there's little that I can do right now. Yes, obviously I could make another train station here and make sure that that is all set up. But to be honest, at the moment, we have no need for it. We have no need for more. I could add more trains. That is one thing I could do. But again, adding more trains means that the stations that we have, the outposts that we have, get emptied out, quote unquote, faster. And since we are mostly working with yellow belted mining patches, they don't fill, and blue arms, by the way, they don't fill up as fast. So if we empty out this train station with 10 trains coming to pick up everything, and then they have to just sit there for an hour because it takes a while for this to load back up, then what's the point of adding more trains, right? So that's kind of the same philosophy. So I'm going to speed this up to 5x. There's nothing much going on other than these robots trying to build everything, trying to do their work. Research is steadily progressing. Like I said, this is a slow research, the Mining Productivity 3. Plus, we are taxing the system quite a bit. So we have only a few. We only have a few of these labs running at the moment. So, because we are actually not producing enough to feed all of them. We see the violent inherent in the system. Yes, Mr. Andrew, there you go. Violence against robots. What could go wrong? So we'll leave it at 5x for a little bit. Let's have a look at how fast our boxes are empty. Ooh, those are emptying fast. Yeah. Ooh, we're still using red as well. Wait, why do I not see red coming down, though? That's strange. Oh, because they're all being eaten. That's not strange at all. That is not strange at all. All of the red ones that we create, red undergrounds, are being eaten to make blue undergrounds. Why is there a blue underground stuck right there? I do not like it. Oops, I don't have any belts with me. That should not happen. That is very strange. But whatever. Apparently it can happen. We do have an output priority on the right. So, I mean, if it's completely stuffed, obviously it can go on there, but I don't see in any reasonable form how that can happen. Whatever. It's fixed already. It's fixed already. Matrix Terminator gives us a reasonable idea. I don't know. All lies. How could robots ever hurt us? I mean, you just turn them off, right? That's how it works? Alright, let's see. Oh, we're getting more and more and more and more placed down. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So I think oh, by the way, why all of this is not being placed? All of these are set to level 3s already. Level 3 assemblers. So we need to have this area be finished first, so that we can get those level 3 assemblers to be placed over here. This is number 3, other than obviously the first step, which is, a lot. The third step is, I think, by far the biggest one. Yeah, this is only 3,000 belts. This is 8,000 belts. Yeah, the third step is by far the biggest step out of all of them, and will take the longest to complete. It's just that simple. I also remember... Yeah. I also remember that I fudged things up. And I need to fix it. Because you can clearly see that there's a splitter here. And that there's like belts here. Which there should not be. Also these... this entire thing has been changed. I just have not changed them in here yet. They have been changed inside the blueprint itself. I can't really show you that because it's really tiny, but you can see a little bit extra. Instead of just a straight belt going down, I hope you can see that. You see a little bit of a extra thingamajiggy right there. That is to belt balance the sides of the, or lane balance the sides of the lanes in this area. Because what I found was that it tended to favor... Well, you can see that here in a smaller version. It tends to favor one side over the other. Which means... Whoa, thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening outside. Which means that... Why is that... that eventually this side would be full and all of these machines would stop working. Which I really don't want to have happen because I need to have as much red coming out as I can. So I decided to make a little bit of a thing here. Now let me check if I still have that. Or did I throw that away? No. Now, I want to fix that. So the question is, was that part of this or no? I do see something else that's not part of that, so let's get rid of that. Is that correct? Wait, is that correct? No, that's not correct. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, this entire thing is now incorrect. Oh, I see where it went wrong. Okay. I see that this... As I said, none of these are final yet. I find little errors like this still in there. Let's have a look at number 2. Oh, that has nothing to do with red. So I'm just working with this one then. I kind of do want to fix that for future use. All right, well, let's have a look at a little look behind the scenes here. So what I do to correct my blueprints is I go to the editor mode. Then we move out here. And I need to check my map because I have no idea if I have enough room on this map to do what I need to do, which I don't. So I need to make a little bit more room on this map. There we go. Now, obviously, normally I would do this stuff on a test map, but I don't think that really matters in this case. So we'll make a little bit of extra room for ourselves, and I'll show you how I change those things and iterate upon things. So there we go. We'll make a little bit of room here. So now that I have a little bit of room, I can place down... I'll first place down this first one. Like so. There's no water strange patches. You'll have to be really careful with this, because if you put down a blueprint and there's like a patch of water somewhere, and you rebuild that blueprint, and you didn't notice there was a little patch of water there, then part of your blueprint is just gone, and yeah, you won't notice until you've actually built it. So I'll place this down. We'll go over there. You can see it appearing on the map. I'll make it appear. I'll make all of it appear so we have a good vision of what we've got going on here. There we go. All right. So now that we've got everything on the mini map, we can look at it. Know where we want to be. We want to be over here. This is our red section, and you can see part of what I've been talking about. Part of the lane balancer is there. So what I will do is I'll steal that, because I really want to use that. I'll put that one there. I'm not going to change anything else about number 1, because everything is already perfect as is. Because, oh well, as far as I know. So normally if I changed anything, I would grab my blueprint, use this button to select new content, like so, and then go, well, I want to do that, right? At the moment, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But then I can re-establish my blueprint with all the corrections in it, and then save that and have it done. For now, I don't need to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control-Z, take this away, because I did take the part that I wanted. And now I'm going to take number 3. Yes. Place that right on top of that, because remember, this is no longer here. It looks like it is, but as you see, if I go over it, the minimap or the map has not been refreshed. So I need to be there and be in those areas to refresh that area of the map. And there you go. Now only number 3 is left. We can have a look. Look. I did remove part of this here, but I never removed it properly. Okay. So, remembering that obviously this part is already here, right? This exit is already here, but in yellow belt. So we take this and we place it down something like... Oh, I need to think about this real good. I think it is this way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this way. Let me check. Could be this way, though. Didn't you used to have a rescan console command you used instead of flying around? Yes, and that is very nice to have once you were once you are at the size that we were at that time. But for a small-ish build like this, flying around is just way easier. Way easier. So this is supposed to be here. So I am going to do the following. I'm going to place this down. Yes, take this out. Yes. Then I should be able to... Yes, okay. So this goes there, which is already there if everything is going according to plan. Which is also, by the way, why that 4-belt balancer that was here was one step further out than what we were seeing here. This is already there, right? Because that is part, as you can clearly see, of the first blueprint. We are now in the third blueprint. And take this away. So this would connect there. I really want to check that out. I really want to check if I made a gap in between these, because that doesn't sound like me. So I need to check that. Also, I need to take out that one, because we already have this one, and there's a... I don't know why that was doubled up there. So now that we have this blueprint at a new stage where we can say, all right, that's how we would like it, or rather... Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. We don't actually need to have this here. This was just for sizing purposes. For now, I'm going to leave this because I'm still working on it. Yeah, this is what I've been doing in the 3 weeks of holiday that I was having. Lots and lots of this. Lots and lots of thinking about, okay, which belt goes where, and literally down to, all right, I need to move this one up, and then, okay, I need to recheck. So build it up, save it, put the other one down, check it, go back. Lots of saves, a lot of loading and saving going on there. But yes, For now, I'm going to leave... Go away. I want to leave this here just so that I know that it's there and I can mess with it a little bit later. I'm going to save this. Something like that. Hopefully I'm too far enough away. There we go. That one, yes, and then that one down here is perfect. We don't go further than that. This is good. We save that. Then we take everything. Oops. We take everything away. There we go. We should be able to, oops, fly around a little bit. There we go. Take everything away. I'll do the last bits as well. There we go. Place down number 1 again, because we need to make sure that what we just did is actually in line with what we've done before. So we place down number 1 again, and then we go and check that out. So the best way to make sure that this is where it's supposed to be is actually, and this is a mistake I made earlier, is actually take something that we know is in both, well, should be, that's a good point, should be in both blueprints. So I'm going to go a little bit wider so that I have this power pole, I have the roboport, I have these substations, all things that I can look to in the other blueprint to see if I'm in the right spot. I've made this copy so I can take away the entire thing. Now, I haven't flown around to show you everything, so I don't need to erase everything, which is nice for me. We go back to number 3, place this down, and let's see if I was right. Now, I've got this, and as you can see, there's no actual power substations or power pole there, right? So how do I know I'm correct? Well, we know that the substation needs to go in between these undergrounds, right? And we do have our roboport, so we have something to aim for. So if we aim for that roboport, we can clearly see that the power station substations are correct, and that what I've placed down is also correct. Right. So this gives me the confidence to effectively remove all of the yellow stuff, because all of the yellow stuff, remember, was in step 1 already. We don't need it here. I'm removing any unnecessary things that do not need to be part of the blueprint. A, it makes the blueprints smaller, so easier to handle, copy and paste and that kind of stuff. B, it gives you a more clear picture of what you are trying to achieve. And sometimes that makes it look like you've got holes in your belts like this. But at least you'll know there's probably some yellow undergrounds there, right? Makes sense. Now, I obviously want to have the same on this side. So, I'm going to go back to what we have, or rather had. We're going to flip that over. Oops. There we go, because it will still work that way. We're going to place that down for now. And we are going to take away that and that. That should be enough to place this here. Let me just check one more time if I'm in the right position now. So I should be able to load that in right there. No, see, I'm one step too, for the lower one, I'm one step too high. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see why? No, I kind of don't see why. Hold on. What am I loading in here? Yeah, I'm loading in that one. So the higher one. So that one. Strange. Because this is centered. So it should fit. Oh, well, I'm an idiot. Ta-da! Fixed it. Sorry about that. Now this should just fit. Yeah. And it lines up with the center of those. Because these two blue ones are this. I know this. You just have to trust me on that. Are the middle two. So there's one belt on the outside here and one belt on the outside here in the previous setup, right? Because we've got this belt balancer right here. If we take this one again, we line it up, you can see that everything now lines up perfectly, right? No more awkward splitters where they're not supposed to be. Everything lines up. Remember that balancer is already there. We've already placed that in step 1, so we do not need to worry about it. And anything yellow, basically anything we're carrying right now, is already there. So we don't need to worry about that. So everything is now in its right place. However, this lower half was not part of, you know, what we were doing before, because that didn't exist before. So what I want to do now is I want to make sure... Hello? Thank you. I want to make sure that we get that to the correct state, because we are now building in blue. We are no longer building in yellow. So why would we want to have this be yellow? So let's make that blue. And there you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This will now get placed as if it was always that way. I will make a new iteration, or rather reiteration of the third step. There's nothing lower than this, so we go here. I always like to go a little bit wider because, you know, I've missed parts in the past, so going a little bit bigger than what you actually need ensures that I have everything. I save this blueprint. I take everything away again, so that I don't stress the system when we turn it back on. I make sure that everything is moved or removed from the minimap, so that we don't have any weird things later on where we think there's something there when there's not. And I will, in editor mode, because I can basically. You know what? Screw it, I won't do that in editor mode. I will remove editor mode. We will go back to playing. Oh, we're right, we're at 5x. And I will remove all the parts that we've just, I'm going to say, fixed. Yeah, that's reasonable. There we go. I'm going to take this away. I'm going to take this away. Up to that point, right? That's the crucial point, right? This is where the thing is going to go. And basically all I need do, if I've done my job right, is replace number 3. Let's find out if that's true. Line that up. With the exception of the top bit, because the top bit should have already been there, but that's fine. There we go. That lines up beautifully. So let's do this one by hand, because why not? There we go. Let's make sure that these ones work. All right, well, there you go. That's a little bit of a, somewhat of a behind the scenes of, did I run out of, oh, I did, of how I do the iterations on these things. Yeah, they're slow and methodical, but very annoying. But also satisfying, also kind of satisfying. You know, once you get stuff to work, it's nice to see it actually work. I would like to have these be placed now. Can these be placed now? Are they coming? No. Ooh, there's not a lot of robots doing anything anymore. That's because, well, we are not producing that much anymore, and red is being eaten really fast. So hopefully at 5x speed, some robots will place this down. Mr. Stanier? I'm going to say that's Mr. Stanier. Hello, sir. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. For free, Mr. For free. Oh my God, I missed I missed follows. I apologize to everyone. Well, good evening to you, Mr. Stanier. For free, Mr. For free. Thank you for the follow, and Mr. Ixrid Azarus. Thank you for the follow as well. That is very, very nice of you. I'm not entirely sure that these... Finally! Yes, where's the rest? Okay, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. There we go. Finally we get some more red stuff coming out. Alright, that is obviously going to empty out fast because we've got like giant holes there. Vacuums that are needing to be filled. Good thing about it though is that we did give it a chance to push back all the way on green. So hopefully they can keep up. But there's definitely a job for me once we do get modules, and more importantly maybe beacons, and more importantly speed modules. We can start to speed green up a little bit, because I think if I saw this correctly, oh, blue is all, wow, blue's backed up all the way. I'm so happy about that. Blue being backed up all the way means we are using so much less green chips, and red chips as well, but mostly green chips, which we can then start to push into red chips, which is, we need a lot of those, obviously. But it looked like this was emptying out. No. Well, a little bit ambiguous about it. I don't know. No, it's filling up. It's definitely filling up. Oh, this is really good. I'm very happy that blue chips now finally have saturated, so we don't eat infinite amounts of blue chips. This is really nice to see. We even get a little bit of trickle down to belts, so we're still making belts. Lots of undergrounds coming out. I wonder how many undergrounds still need to be placed. It looks like all the undergrounds have been placed. So is that true? Is this? Yes, this is going up. Very nice. You can see 25 undergrounds, 27 undergrounds there, and none being picked up right. Oh, well, poop. Well, there goes that theory. Damn it. Alright, well, fine. Like I said, this is going to... Ooh, splitters are done, though. This is going to take a little while. Hence the 5x speed. There is nothing for us to do but have a little wait and keep an eye out. Obviously, keep an eye out. Ooh, there is something we can do, by the way. I forgot about that. Poop. That's definitely something we need to work on. Alright, well, I'll explain that in a moment. But definitely keep an eye out on areas that you can help out in, right? Areas that you can fix, like I've just done. And of course, if you can place some stuff down, well, go ahead and do so. Although there ain't much there. Look, 40, 50 things made, but instantly taken away. So, yeah, it's just better to let the robots mess with that stuff, because it's just easier. They know where everything is better than you will, because there's just that much there. I see a lot of things here underground-wise, but honestly, not that much. By the way, this is also a very nice way of looking at how the system goes through and iterates what it wants to place down. Because why is it scattering all these belts and undergrounds all over the place instead of just going furthest away first and then working closer by? Well, look at the arrows at the top. You can see them moving. This, because we were at 5x, it's quite easy to see, is how the game iterates through all the things that need to be placed and issues commands as far as there is stuff to be placed or stuff in boxes. I bet you will see a bunch of undergrounds coming our way right now. Yeah, all of the undergrounds, because just got iterated. So it takes a while for the iteration process to go from top to bottom. This is where the box in the mall gets filled up with stuff. But once the iteration process goes through all the way down, and you can see that on the minimap, you can see it happening. It slowly is making its way down, depending on how much stuff is still, ghosted and wants to be placed. You can see it. There it is. Goes down, and then there's underground there. And as soon as that gets hit, right now a robot gets sent out and to collect that underground if it's in the box. Well, we know it's in the box, and those get placed down. Obviously, it can only issue commands. There we go. For as many items as there are in the box. So once that all those items have been assigned, nothing else can be assigned because there's nothing in the box. But by that time, the iteration process has gone to the next level or the next step of ghosts, and the next items that will be built will get placed a little bit further along. Hence, you get all this higgledy-piggledy, we place everything everywhere pattern, or, well, it's not really a pattern, but, you know, this belt got placed here because by the time the iteration process got here, there was a belt in a box, and that was the one that was chosen to be placed. I like seeing how that functions, right? You can clearly see it moving down as you watch this map. And then once it gets wider, because it does do it in top to bottom layers, you see it slow down a little bit because we get more verticality. No, we get more horizontal requests. So the iteration process still goes as fast, but it doesn't go down as fast because it has to, per line of the world, has to process more. So it goes down a little bit slower. And then it gets to me again, and robots can start placing things down again. That is how that works. Now, what was I talking about earlier that I still needed to think about and forgot, kind of ish? Well, I want to get to nuclear, and I want to get there fast. And we have not yet made our uranium mine. Oops, my bad. So, let's go to the movies. No, let's go to a uranium mine. Luckily, we already have one really close by. Look at that glow. That's so pretty. Now, we need a few things for this. We need, obviously, the miners. We need belts and all that nice stuff. But we also need acid. So, I think I'm actually going to start with laying out the mine. And then just pushing in the acid from down here. Because we have a train station full of acid. But instead of using that, I think I'm just going to break one of these pipes open and push the acid up. Or, well, not over here, because there's like copper and iron in the way. So yeah, I'm going to go on this side and just feed it in directly from our starter base. Okay, so let's start by placing down. Now, we are still at 5x, and I'm going to leave it at 5x for... I don't need this thing anymore. Go away. I'm going to leave it at 5x for the moment because, well, like I said, there's so much that needs to be placed down. Yeah, it's just going to take a while. It's just going to take a while. So whilst I do this, I'm going to leave it at 5x and let that run. We need, well, just this book, and to scroll through to our large mining patch. Is this the right direction? Yes, it is. Good. I'm going to go for the lower half of this and then the back half of this, like so. All right. Well, what do we not need? Well, we do not need anything at this point, and that. It's a little bit dark. There is nothing I can do about that until I get to night vision goggles, but, you know, no rush to get there. That can be replaced by a normal belt, and that can be replaced by a normal belt, because there's nothing beyond that point, so there's no point in wasting an underground there. Do I want to do this in blue? I might as well do this in yellow, because, well, I don't have that much blue, because everything is being built for, or being produced for our factory itself, and this does not need to have any speed behind it. To be fair, we don't use that much uranium at all. At all. So I'll chop that tree down. We do not need to chop that tree down. This is all good. Alright. Now we need to think about acid. And not the fun kind. Do I want to do that in the back or do I want to do that in the front? Does it really matter? Not really, as long as everything is connected. Now, one of the nice things about the automatic removal tool that I'm using for to remove. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. There we go. To remove any miners that are spent, right? There's no more material beneath it. It gets auto marked for deconstruction. Once you remove one of those that is on a uranium patch, or used to be on a uranium patch, luckily it is smart enough to know that that is a transport of fluids, and once you remove that, it'll automatically place any pipes that you still need to connect the machines next to it. That is actually quite nice to see. I thought that was a very smart addition to that mod. Make sure eye water if you do it in the back, or so I'm told. Mr. Andrew, I am not reacting. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are probably gonna die soon. Am I gonna... Wait. Hold on. If I take you away... Yeah, why did I... Oh, because I chose that side, yes. I'm not gonna do this side. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. So we're not doing that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Isn't that wonderful? And here I have a nice 4-belt balancer that I can use upon that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here. Now I need to keep in mind that we need pipes in there. So it would be there? Yeah, I guess. We're going to yellowify that as well, because I do not need it to be blue. Ooh! The patching research, the mining research was done. Now all the other researchers go really fast, because those are definitely a lot smaller. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so that one goes there, that one goes there. Obviously, I'll be collecting my my robots in a moment, so we can start building this thing out. That is fine. That is fine. We technically only need 1 out. Yeah. Wait, no, 2. Hold on. What did I do? I can't remember. It's been too long. 2. All right. And they are coming technically from this thing. Yeah, 1 should be enough. The only reason I went with 2 right here is that I had 1 iron belt, then nothing, then 1 waste belt and 1 uranium belt, which was enough. But it also made it that this entire row, this entire main bus here, had a gap in it, right? This belt wasn't here. That looked horrible. So I decided, you know what? I'll have 2 lines of uranium. Not that we need it, because 1 is already way too much. But it just looks nicer. It just looks nicer if it's just 4 belts next to each other like this and like that, right? So that's the only reason I did that. Given the fact that that was the only reason I did that, I guess we can, or I don't guess, I know that we can get away with having just the 1 belt input here, and push that through this belt balancer to these 2 belts, and it'd be fine. It'd be fine. However, how do I want to... Robots can do this for me, so that I do not worry about that. I want to... This is actually not bad. Yeah, this is not bad at all. Okay, let's do that. This was perfectly aimed, and I planned this all along. I planned this all along. Like so. Actually, I'm going to copy that. Go right there. Right there. And the rest is history or something. Oops, misclick. There we go. Moving at 5x, just... It's interesting. Everything moves so fast. there, and there. What do you mean no? There we go. Oh, perfect. So we'll place that down. We'll go up here. I don't exactly know where I need to go. So I guess we do this one first. Now, robots can't go all the way up here. But we can make them go all the way up here. I think I want to do that, though. Because it's so close to where we... Yeah, it's so close to where we already are. It's like 2 roboports and we cover the entire thing. And I do not believe all of the... It's only 200 robots flying right now, building stuff. So we can utilize a few robots to build this for us. Let's have a look. I want to... Oop, autosave. I want to place one here. Or here. No, this is fine. Let's move a little bit closer while not getting run over. That would be nice. We'll place that one there. That covers most of this area, which is good. Can I reach all the way? Oh, I cannot. But if I do that one, that covers this area. And hopefully I can cover this from the other side. That's unfortunate. Can I cover? Alright. Well, I'll need power anyway. So if I run this down here, which is nearly covered. Can I build one? Yes. I need to build one more, actually. Yeah, because I need the connection this way. This is fine. As soon as that gets placed, we'll have power here. Can I... Oh, no. Well, actually, is this enough? Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, that is enough. Okay, fine. Go there. Hopefully this does not take too long to get placed, because we do need power here. It's already without power. There we go. Well, we'll wait for that to be placed. Look, all the belts are getting placed already. Very happy. We should see the miners and stuff get placed. Once... Why are we waiting so long for one friggin' power pole? I could have placed this by hand already. Jeez. In fact, I'm going to do that. Hold on. There we go. Oh, never mind. There it is. Cool. Alright, so now all of this can get placed automatically because we have everything in boxes. In our starter mall. In our mini mall. So that's fine. And then we should... Ooh. Well, I forgot about... Well, one more little step. You know, it's not that important. It's just that, you know, it kind of needs acid to be pushed up. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to run this up. Haha, this is the first one. I nearly lost my cool. Actually, I don't want to go there. I want to go in the center of this. And then I need to connect there. There we go. And then the robots themselves can do that for me. Nice! So all we are left with now is waiting for this pipe to be... well, 2 pipes, because this pipe is not placed, but I also don't see... There we go. Acid flowing up just yet, so I'm guessing that one's not placed either. Hello? Any robots want to help me out here? I have no idea of any... Oh! Hey, there's one. And then we can follow the other one around. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at the map. It should be arriving any time now. God, is it there? Oh, it's just there now. It had to go from all the way over here to pick one up. Oh well. It is on its way, and then we'll have uranium on the line. Speaking of which, we are doing the Kovarik system already. Holy smackadoodle. That means we can also do the nuclear power and the nuclear waste. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I'll leave that running for a while until those are done and then see what's left. Power armor, fine. And we'll do power armor. So hopefully that robot won't take too long. We'll get this acid pushed through. Yeah, it's completely stuffed because we have way too much of it. In 3, 2, 1, and there it is. Perfect. Perfect, and we should instantly see... Yeah. Nice. Oh, doesn't that look nice? That wave of stuff. And there you go. We've got lots and lots of... uranium coming out. Do I have people in here? Well, robots in here? Yes, I do. Do I want to keep those robot ports here? Not really. So I'm going to do that. This is weird. I was expecting the robots in here to actually take this away. I'm confused. Hello? Well, that's weird. Why are they not flying out? What happens if I go like this? They just go back? What the hell? Alright, well, I'll put them in here then. Actually, I'll take all of these out too. Because I want to pick that up. You know what? I want to pick these up. These are mine. There you go. They're all mine. Now... Did I have my robots still in a box here? No. Wait, where did I leave my robots? Does anyone remember? Because I certainly don't. Did I have my 50 with me or did I steal all? Oh, no. There they are. There they are. There's where my robots are. So these robots I can send back into the ether. Let me just do that the easy way. There you go. All the robots are now back in. We should have 1,001. No, I lied. Wait. Why do I only have 900? And why am I... Well, obviously I'm building more. Because I took out... But I'm severely confused as to why... Hold on. Please stop. Thank you. Did they put robots in... They did put robots in boxes. Why in the heck would they put robots in boxes? Oh, because I told them to delete the RoboPort. Hence, they're also deleting the content of that RoboPort. Okay, that's very strange. Whatever. How many do I have now? See, now I've got like 33. I was at a nice 1,001. Now I've got a 1,033. That's stupid. Alright, anyway. Marking it for deconstruction, it may disable the RoboPort so they can't fly out. No, yeah, well, no, I don't, because they did fly out. Well, a couple of them flew out anyway. So I'm thinking it's just some got marked to pick the stuff up, and others are marked to be picked up. Hence the what was it, 40 something. Robots, no, 60-something robots that were in this box. I think that's the reason. But I'm not entirely sure. Whatever. Fixed it. Not a problem. Let's have a look at... Yeah, there it is. All our beautiful uranium on the line. Look at how much has already been built, by the way. Very nice. And it's stuck. Oh, but... Oh, no. Unfortunately, I was hoping that the Kovaric system research would have already been done. Are we doing research? Oh, we are, but we are doing it slowly again. This is probably a... Yeah, purple one. Alright. Why are we not creating as much purple as I want? Because... Why in the flying heavens... And I'm putting it mildly here... Do I still have purple arms here when those should clearly be white? Because we are making white, we are not making purple. These should have been here. Not that it matters because we are lacking steel. So it doesn't really change anything in the speed with which these machines work. But it'd be nice if it just, you know, be what it needs to be. Because we are at 5x, I'm just going to do it this way. Ooh, Moonlight, Mr. Moonlight Speeding. Thank you for the follow. That is very nice of you. Hello. Welcome. Are they done? Hello? Where are my arms? Did I not just build arms? There they are. I'm blind. There we go. And there we go. Alright. Again, not that this is going to change anything because we are lacking in steel right now. But this is, you know, this is why the lacking of steel is why we are not getting that much purple and why the research is not going that fast. By the way, this is all fine. The fact that we are lacking a little bit in steel is just fine. Let's have a look if we are feeding that thing actually. Wait, what? See, it's these types of things, it's these small errors that creep up that block your stuff. Because I did build the extra steel production. I did do that. But if you have a belt that's the wrong way around, let me write something down here. Because I do not wish to forget that I need to change this stuff. Or rather, work on this stuff. So, step 3. Iron plates to steel. Input direction of belt wrong. Okay, and the other one was purple science. Purple arms. Ah, that should be clear enough. Alright, I'll fix those offline. But now we are getting, hopefully, a little bit more steel out because, well, we've got way more machines working on it. It does mean that... Why am I stuck? Oh, I'm not stuck. I'm just typing in my text document with AASSD. Let me try that again. It does mean we get a little bit less iron going through, but look at this. I mean, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We've got oodles and oodles of it. So we are pushing through as much iron into the steel as we can. One lane for each of these inputs so they don't interfere with each other. And it doesn't interfere because we have this belt balancer with the input that goes to the gear wheels. Well, it kind of interferes, obviously. Oh, this... Nope. Yeah, this side's broken too. Well, I need to check both. Obviously, it does matter a little bit because if this input is not working, then this is going through and we'll have a little bit more iron for this. It's all fine, right? It's all... Do I still have some... Yeah. I need a drink. I had a dry throat. There we go. What was I saying? Right. Obviously, if this is not pushing through, we have a little bit more iron going through to feed everything else. But steel at the moment is... well, steel always is one... Besides the gear wheels, one of the most important things you want to keep it on, right? It needs to do its thing. Because most things need steel and gear wheels. So those are the most important things. That being said, I think, let's have a look, because everything up here obviously got placed. These lanes are done, everything here is done, all the red stuff has been placed. Well, nearly all the red stuff. The input is a bit, is not completely there yet. And obviously we're not making level 3 machines yet, so we can't place those down yet. But all the copper has been pushed through already. So as soon as these machines get placed, we'll get that sorted as well. And we can start. Look at that. I only now noticed. Red is doing beautifully. It's completely stuffed. Green is completely stuffed. I'm very happy about that. Holy smack. Are your iron smelters filled up as well? Are those yellow belts... as those yellow belts are not full. Let's see what you mean, Mr. Vario. Are your iron smelters filled up as well? What do you mean? Let's go and look at it. Let's have a look at the iron smelters. The iron smelters are all working. Yes, the input is completely stuffed. In fact, they could go a lot faster if we had some beacons, some speed beacons in there, and if we had our modules in the smelters themselves. But unfortunately, we do not have those yet. So this is the maximum amount of iron that we are able to produce right now with the smelters that are here, which is fine, because as soon as everything is placed here, these will produce full belts of iron, so we'll have 8 full belts of iron going in, and everything will be yellow at that, will be blue at that time, of course. Okay, so the build is with beacons, and it's yes. Everything will eventually get beaconed, but you have to pick and choose what you can afford, where, right, and when. Because if I just took... Where is it? There it is. This is an old iteration, so there's a lot of things wrong with this that I've fixed in the individual blueprints. But if you just take this and place it down, you're going to be waiting a lot longer before everything is done to make use of this than the way that I'm doing it right now, which is piecemeal, placing stuff down and picking and choosing what to speed up and what to leave slow. Because the robots don't know what's important. They don't know that you want to have smelting done first, for instance, so that you have more iron, so you have more gear wheels, so that you can make more belts, so all the belts can be placed, etc., etc. Which is why I'm doing it piecemeal. In the way that I'm doing it. I will have a final, ultimate starter blueprint for anyone that wants that, which will be, correct. Yeah, that's the way to say that. So with all the iterations in there, because I'll make it from what we are being... Oh, let me get rid of that. What we are building right now, and that's going to be the final product. Yeah. So I'm specifically choosing to speed this up first. For instance. Now, I will say this. Making this faster does not gain us more gear wheels. Why not? Because at the moment we're feeding in yellow belts, and we are feeding in, and they are keeping those belts empty. Which means they are already working at maximum capacity. Making the machines faster does not give us more material being pushed in, which they then can use, right? So at this point, we are limited by the amount of iron plates that go in, not by the speed of the machines. They can be 1,000,000 times faster, and they would still produce the same amount of gear wheels. But I'm choosing to do this first, because from that point on, I can start to push in, or push out, whatever you want to call it, or place beacons in this iron area, start to make this faster, so that once we do get more iron on the line, this instantly gets pushes out more gear wheels. It's a choice I made. So technically an extra iron smelter line or two would speed it up a bit. Yes, that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. If I were to copy this, place it, I don't know, let's say there, and made sure that the lines would get a little bit more evenly divided, and we'll have two more lines out, we would technically get more iron in. The reason I do not place or do not make that part of my blueprint, however, is that once you place something, it is extremely difficult to take it out again, because a blueprint does not allow you to remove items. But if you want to utilize that extra space for some more lanes, and you want to fiddle about with the input here, make sure you got lots and lots of iron going through, of course you can. That's just fine. I'm choosing not to do so because I'm trying to show how the build itself works. But yeah, maybe in future iterations, when I'm not actually trying to design and build this ultimate starter, I do the same thing. I do the exact same thing. Just place a few extra lines here so we can get temporarily some extra smelting going on, and just remove them once we don't need them anymore. That is very valid. Very valid indeed. Alright. Ooh, green is being... Ooh, green and red both are being munched on a lot. Holy smack. It's probably also because they're moving down. Oh, I see. I see. We've finished our blue belts here. So, there we go. We got room to... Because we were all the way backed up here, right, with our blue. But as soon as this got placed, this emptied out, which means it needs to work hard and therefore eat a lot of green to start filling this up again. It's going to take a little while. In fact, blue is not going to be filled up again actually until the end of the until the complete end of the build, because once we go down far enough, yep, you guessed it, we need blue for our modules right here. So those are going to be eating a lot of blue, red, and green, because, well, frankly, blue, red, and green chips modules are going to be pervasive everywhere, and beacons are going to be. So this is going to be placed, start working, and won't stop working until well after the build is done, and we get to, I'm going to say 1,000. Yes, 1,000 modules in the box. So that's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while, but that's fine. That's, you know, that's what we're working on. Ah, the first blues have arrived, so that means, yes, look, belts have been placed. Ooh, look at that. Iron's pushing through all the way down. Oh man, red's pushing all the way down. This is lovely. Absolutely lovely. Some steel happening here. All of this is preparation for later on. Yes, this is the biggest blueprint you will place. Yes, this will take the longest time to finish, to get everything where it needs to go. But the next steps will be that much less... I almost wanted to say impressive. That's not the word I was looking for. But that much less stressful for the system, because all of the preparation work has already been done. And we can start to, as you can see, we can start to create that buffer, right, in the iron and the gear wheels and the steel and all that stuff. I was hoping that the Kovarix system was actually done by now, because I wanted to replace it once again so that I can have all of these recipes set up. What I can do, however, and this is a pay attention moment, is wrong button. We need to turn these red, am I saying that correctly? Yes. Red undergrounds around. Now, why do we want to turn those around? Well, we are about to create a whole metric butt ton of uranium-238. Yes. 238. Way, way, way more than we can store on these, like, 4 little belts here. Because we have 99.3% chance to create with the Kovatic system, or with the processing, 235, but we have only a 0.7% chance to create, no, fuck, I said it wrong. So we have a 99.3% chance to create uranium-238. But we have only a 0.7% chance to create 235. Now we need 40 of those to get the Kovatic system up and running and have this self-sustained system do its thing, right? Once this has its first 235 uranium, then it doesn't need any more from this system. But it needs to create those first 40 to get this machine started. If you've played Factorio for a little while and you've messed around with the Kovatic system, you know this. The recipe calls for 40 235s and I believe 19 238s. And once that is done, once that process goes, it produces 41 235s and no 238s. Or some, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Point is, 40 of them you push back into the system so you can start it up again, and 1 you push out. So it's a self-sustained system. Time. Oh my god. Let me finish this thought process here. So, in order to get to those 40 235s, we need a lot of time. We need a lot of chances for this system to get to those 40. Now we are unloading 238 onto the red belt, and we are unloading 235 onto the blue belt. So the blue belt still goes this way and pushes into this machine, which will get placed soon enough once, you know, this actually is a thing, and has been built. So that's good. Those 40 need to go in there, otherwise this process never starts. But in the meantime, we'll get about 2.5, somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5 boxes of 238 pushed out. Now, if we just pushed everything in, everything gets stuck, nothing gets done. So I push that out, put an arm down here, put some boxes here. Actually, it does not need to be steel. In fact, do I want that to be steel? Well, steel I can still recycle, sure. I'll put 3 down for now. I really don't care. So let's copy and paste that. 1, 2, 3. We power everything through this. These arms get placed by the robot, so I don't worry about it. I do want to do these ones myself. So all the 238 that we now produce gets put on the red undergrounds in this belt into these boxes. All the 235 gets pushed into the machine. Once we see that we have, we'll keep a sharp eye out on this. Once we see that we have the 40 or plus 235 in this machine, we'll turn these arms around, push, and we'll turn all these undergrounds around, push all of that stuff back in, which gives us 2 benefits. A, we have lots of these unused 238s in here, which means these machines don't need to work anymore. Saves us power, saves us use of uranium. 2, well, the system can just instantly start up because we've got lots of in reserve. Don't you need centrifuges first? I think they're all ghosts. They are all ghosts, but we are building those over here. You can't see that now, but these machines build everything we need for the nuclear stuff. So the centrifuges, the nuclear power plant, the heat pipes, turbo, steam turbo thingamabobs. I can't remember the name now. The heat exchangers, all that stuff is in here. So once we get... Hello, I'm stuck. Hello, I'm stuck. Once we get this up and running, which is... Why is that not up and running? Because red chips... No, because why is this not running? Because gear wheels. Yeah. Gear wheels are now being used completely and utterly by the belts, which I'm okay with. I want that to be the case. Because there's... What was there? 21,000 or something? I don't know. There's lots that needed to be built. 19,000. 19,000 belts that need to be placed. So having that focus be there is fine by me. Once we get to everything, you know, all the belts being placed, and I'm pretty sure we're there already, actually. Yeah. And we saturate... That's actually kind of nice. And we saturate these boxes, which, you know, won't take that long. There's already 2,000 there. We automatically start to feed everything else, right? And that means we get level 3 assemblers out of there. Once we get enough, or once we get level 3 assemblers out, we can start to build out the rest. This is also why I put it on... interesting. This is also kind of why I put it on 5x, right? So we don't have to wait as long. Turbines, thank you. 19k, yes sir. Put an alarm in the blueprint so you know when there's 40. I don't know how to do that. Well, yes, I do. I suppose I could use a belt to count how many have passed, put a combinator down that has a tick counter, so every time it ticks, it counts one up, and then when we reach the 40 number, we can have an alarm go off. This is true. We could do that, but I don't want to. I'll just keep an eye out. What in the heavens is this? When did I ever have to feed anything into a beacon? I think this is a bit of a mistake. I'm pretty damn sure that's a bit of a mistake. So I need to write that down. Extra arm at Kovarex system. Yeah, extra arm at the Kovarex system. That's good. Technically, I think you can use inserters to add and remove modules from beacons. True, but why would I have that here? It makes no sense. I think it was just accidentally left over from placing blueprints over each other or something. I don't know. I can't imagine having anything here that would do that with any reason whatsoever. Alright, so that's set up. I will place down number 3. Was it 3 or 4? Yes, it was 3. I will place down number 3 once again, because we did do a little bit of research already, or rather, quite a bit of research already. Place that down, right? Wait, where is my... Oh, there it is. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Place that down. Why is that colored? Oh, because that's... Yes. So I could have taken that out, but... Time again. Yes, I know it's time. I know. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. See, now we've got centrifuges right there. We've got... Well, this has not been researched yet. We have... These are now set. Kovarex is still trying to get researched. Yeah. Lots of things added. I'm happy about that. But Mr. Andrew is right. It is time. It is unfortunately already time. So that means there is only one thing left for me to say, and that is to say thank you to my patrons for sponsoring this channel. It helps, it motivates. Thank you very much. And to anyone else, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have any suggestions or ideas. My name is Diablo, and I will see you next time.